Back to Bet What Happens Live. We are live. I am Nick Giffen. This is Sean Koerner. We're going to go right into the bets because obviously we had some technical difficulties. Sean, what are you seeing right now?
So let's take a look at the passing props real quick. So Kirk Cousins' live line is 298.5. What are we showing for that?
Yeah, so 298.5 is the live line. We are showing 279 for his live projection, 56% chance of going under, but they also don't start with the ball, so we should probably lean even more under there.
Yeah, and Kirk Cousins, he's had a really good game so far. He's completed 81% of his passes, and he's actually faced pressure 50% of the time.
Oh, wow.
So he's probably going to regress at some point. Like I said, he's had an amazing first half. They don't start with the ball, so that's a prop I'm already interested in going under.
He struggles under pressure, right?
Well, everybody does.
Yeah, but I feel like Kirk is like at the bottom of the passer rating
late
qualified quarterback.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that, right? We're just going to take that under? All right, we're taking Kirk Cousins under 295.5 passing yards.
It's up to 298.5 now.
298.5, even better. All right. If Koerner's doing it, I'm doing it. Both Koerner and I taking under 298.5 passing yards live. So that is prop bet number one for Bet What Happens Live. Sean, direct me. Where are we going?
So one of the things I noticed in the first half was Lawrence Cager was playing a lot. I mean, I was projecting him for about 2 snaps this game.
Yeah.
He's already run a route on 6 of Daniel Jones' dropbacks. So that's sort of eating into Daniel Bellinger's workload a little bit. Daniel Bellinger ran a route on 12 dropbacks. He caught an 8-yard pass towards the end there. That was more of the 2-minute offense. Right. So I don't think that's going to continue. That's going to be tough for Bellinger to let's see, his prop is 18.5 receiving yards right now. So what value or what are we projecting from there?
With the baseline projections from pregame, we're showing 50-50. But if we're going to reduce his route share or snap share, that probably would lean towards the under. Although the Giants are starting with the ball. Yeah.
So if I had to redo his prop to begin the game, the median would be about 13 yards for the, so 26 yards.
26.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that would lean towards the under at about 55%.
Okay, and they start with the ball,
they start
so
with the ball.
Maybe we'll pass on that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Any touchdowns we can think of?
I mean, so obviously Minnesota starting with the ball, there could be a little bit extra touchdown, New York starting with the ball, there could be a little bit extra touchdown value on their players. Now, Gilles did hit Isaiah Hodgins anytime touchdown, so that one gets pulled down typically. Obviously, Saquon has a touchdown, so maybe Daniel Jones is where it ends up with the value. He's been rushing a lot.
Yeah, he has 10 rush attempts for 71 yards, 70% success rate. 4 of those runs have been 10 or more yards, so I mean, he's
one of those was a kneel down to end the
so exactly. That's let's see what we're looking with odds here.
So anytime touchdown for Daniel Jones. I'm just quickly looking. It looks like some anytime
340.
touchdowns. Yeah,
340.
Okay. That's not quite in our value range there. So
I was thinking something over 5-1 would have been tempting. But
yeah, exactly. So
how about Saquon Barkley? Let's look at Saquon Barkley. He only has 4 carries for 51 yards, but Daniel Jones has been eating into his rush. So they have the lead. They're getting the ball. So maybe this will be something we'll have to kind of think through their first drive.
The first drive here.
But what are we showing for his prop right now? Because his live line is, let me pull that up.
Should be,
well, it's off the board now, but it was 92.5 right before kickoff.
92.5. So we'll see if we have an opportunity to live bet it. So we would be showing value on the under at 56%, but they do have the ball. This could be a spot where after this possession, we could take that under, because then they won't have the ball. and especially if they score, especially if they move the ball here, their win probability is going to increase. So that would be, or sorry, if they don't score, I mean, then their win probability would decrease.
If they have a 3 and out here.
If they have a quick 3 and out, then their win probability.
There he is getting stuff for
exactly
minus 5
like that.
yards. Okay.
Minus
so
many.
Maybe we got the under here. Let's see if it updates.
Especially because Daniel Jones has been eating into that rushing share. So this is probably a very good spot for the under, even though off the baseline projections we're already showing value on the under. So Saquon losing some yards there. That means he is now at, as I wait for the stats to update, 51 minus whatever he lost there.
All right, let's look at Darius Slayton. He's the other guy that caught my eye. He already has 74 yards. So Kirk Cousins has been under pressure 50% of his dropbacks. Daniel Jones has only been under pressure on 6% of his dropbacks. So he has plenty of time to throw. I think that's going to help a higher ADOT guy like Darius Slayton. So he's already off to a good start. But I think that could continue. So what are we showing his updated projection? Granted, he's in the middle of a drive right now.
Yeah, he is in the middle of a drive. But as of the halftime window, at the start of halftime, Darius Slayton, his live projection, so he has 74 now. We're projecting a median of 23 more, so that would be 97. As we see a reception here by Saquon. So not what we were looking for the Saquon under on his rushing yards, because we were hoping for a quick 3 and out. But hey, maybe they still don't score. So that would certainly change things in in Minnesota's favor and in favor of Saquon's under. So back to Slayton, median of 97 as of the start of halftime. Now, as this drive goes on, that'll change. I'll be able to update the numbers. But what are you thinking there in terms of what you'd keep an eye on?
I mean, if they score a touchdown here without Slayton's help, I mean, his prop should plummet. I actually like Saquon's receiving prop to go over before the game, so that was nice to see that,
there you go.
But the Vikings play a ton of zone. So, Saquon, the tight ends are players. There's Hodgins with another catch. So it does look like they're, potentially going to score here, go up potentially by double digits. So on the Viking side, I mean, we already took Kirk Cousins under. I don't know, if they do score a touchdown here, if we're looking good there.
This drive is not helping that.
Yeah, that's not helping that.
That's not helping that.
But let's assume they do score a touchdown here. Let's see. Let's look at Dalvin Cook's rushing prop. So right now it's at 70.5. That could change drastically. It's 70.5 right now.
70.5. So he has 43 yards rushing right now, Dalvin Cook does. And we are projecting rest of game as of the start of halftime, 32 more. So that would be 75. For a median.
And if they score a touchdown here,
that would probably go down.
Right now it's at 69.5, so that's probably one we could just pass
fair.
on.
Yeah, exactly.
Pass on that.
Especially because some time is also run off the clock, so that'll come down too. I mean, it's good to have things that are right in line with the market. We don't always have to bet everything.
Exactly.
I've had plenty of bet what happens as we see a touchdown here for the Giants. As we've had plenty of bet what happens live shows where I haven't bet a single thing, and Daniel Bellinger scoring that touchdown. So
just a couple yards.
Good thing we avoided maybe taking that under because he got some use there. So this is actually interesting now because the Giants move up by 9 or 10 depending on this extra point. And we have only seen, if we look at the time remaining here, there's 11:37 left. So only about 3.5 minutes ran off the clock there. These have been high scoring. Every single game. Is there something to that at all, maybe with this whole playoffs so far?
I think it's just random noise at this point. This is the Fraud Bowl, so I'm expecting plenty of points in the second half.
Yeah.
So this game's likely going to go over, of course. So I don't know if there's any reason for that, but I would just say it's random noise. This game, obviously, it's just two pretty bad defenses.
Yeah.
So
the live win probability update now is Minnesota 72% to win. New York 72% to win, and Minnesota 28% to win. Now, obviously, yesterday there was a big comeback when there was less than 10% chance to win. So that doesn't mean anything. But the point is, this win probability informs our statistical model on how many plays remaining will be done and on the pass rush splits of each team. Right now, we're showing New York is going to be rushing about 7-8% less. Mm-hmm. So that's a pretty important stat there because, if you're running that much less than, passing that much less, then you're going to be running more. So that'll increase that Saquon prop. Yep. And Minnesota is actually going to be passing about 6-7% more. So now with that live updated data here, I have Kirk Cousins' projection 274 for passing yards. And I don't know if there's a live prop on that right now, but I have 274.
So it's up to 314.5 right now. Are we doubling down? Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think we're doubling down, but I think the point is, we're still not showing value on that Cousins over, even with the win probability increase for the New York Giants. So I'm actually feeling okay about that one. Because the prop did increase, but it didn't increase as much as we thought it would because, some time did run off. 3.5 minutes isn't the shortest of drives. It's not a 3 and out. It's not the longest of drives either. But this is an interesting situation because Minnesota is the favored team. They are at home. So there is maybe a little bit of comeback rebound possibility, rubber banding possibility to where these teams could be close again, and then Minnesota doesn't have to throw as much. That's why they're not plus. Sometimes I'll see games where the teams is plus 13%, plus 15%, but they're only plus 6% because there's a good chance they come back in this fraud bowl. The Giants are looking a little fraudulent in terms of, honestly, they look pretty good, but they're looking a little fraudulent in terms of this gap probably shouldn't be as wide as it is, but certainly we're in that spot. So we took you through the first drive. Obviously, we had a little technical difficulty there, but we'll go on through a little bit of this second drive, but before we do that, I want to make sure to let you know that Bet What Happens Live is presented by Bet365, the world's favorite sportsbook brand. Sign up with promo code ACTION to get Bet365 exclusive sign-up offer in New Jersey, Colorado, and Ohio. Bet $1 on any game and get $200. So one last thing to look at. What do you think it might be? Okay,
I think we need to look at Daniel Jones' rushing prop.
Yeah,
let's go there.
That's a great idea.
So he's at 89.5 right now. He has 71 rushing yards. His prop right now is 89.5. So where are we showing his updated projection?
We're at 83.7 for a median. And the fact that they took that bigger lead, I think also probably means they won't have to throw as much, maybe less scramble opportunity. So that under is looking good, and they don't have the ball right now.
Yeah, and like I said, he's only been under pressure. Let me just double check the updated number. Oh, now it's dropped down to 5%. So he's not being pressured.
And you said that line was what?
89.5.
89.5. We're showing 67% under. They don't have the ball, especially if Minnesota doesn't score here, and they are on second down here. It could be a good opportunity to take an under. It is 2nd and 3, so it could bleed more time off the clock. So I think we got to lock that one in.
Oh, yeah, we have to lock it in. Like I said, he's only been under pressure, 5% of the dropbacks, less likely to scramble. They're going to push him out of the pocket. So I'm liking this one.
So under 89.5 rushing yards for Daniel Jones. There could be kneel down opportunities as well if they're ahead late. We even have that going for us. So that is the second bet we are locking in on Bet What Happens Live, presented by Bet365. Koerner, let's go 2 for 2 today.
Yeah, go Fraud Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Go Fraud Bowl. 3 for 3 when we did it yesterday.
Yes.
Let's go 2 for 2. Let's have a 5 for 5 as co-hosts together. And I do want to remind you all, tonight we have the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Baltimore Ravens. We will be back with another Bet What Happens Live. I'll have Gilles as my co-host for that one, so we're kicking you out. But we're bringing you back tomorrow. We'll have you and Ray Bond for Monday Night Football between Dallas and Tampa Bay. But that's going to do it for this edition of Bet What Happens Live. Thank you for bearing with us through the technical difficulties. New studio. Sometimes the kinks happen, but we're getting them worked out. And we'll be back in a little while for halftime, 2-minute warning or so of the Bengals versus Ravens. Good luck in your second half, everybody, on your bets. And thank you for tuning in.